The Great Nicobar Island project is hailed as a strategic game changer by the strategic community, but it's criticized as destruction couched as development by those who are opposed to it. With us on this special broadcast is Admiral D.K. Joshi, the Lieutenant Governor of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the Vice Chairperson of the Island Development Agency, and the former Chief of Naval Staff, who was then also earlier the Andaman and Nicobar Commander. So, sir, you know this area like the back of your hand. You're a very good diver yourself. I want to understand from you, when you see all this criticism of the Great Nicobar Island project, for the benefit of our viewers, what is this project? What will it do for our country?
Well, I'm certain neither you nor your viewers need a primer on the strategic relevance of the Great Nicobar Island, which in any case cannot be seen in isolation as so many projects on one island. It is part of the overall construct of the Andaman and Nicobar chain of islands, which occupy a strategic geospace, and it's a blessing in terms of what geography has given us. Within handshake distance of Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Myanmar to the north, although almost 1500 kilometers away from the east coast of India itself, Delhi is 2600 kilometers. It is what has been described separately as the unsinkable aircraft carrier and so on and so forth. So it is of vital importance to us, and the sort of neglect of the initial decades is being now addressed, and therefore what a blessing of geography, how it can be turned into a leverage. There is a live demonstration going on to your west in the immediate time frame. I'm certain you understand that, and so do your viewers.
But those who say that this is destruction couched as development, and specifically about the transshipment port that's coming up at the Galathia Bay, is that required? Because there are some critics who say that when you already have a deep sea port that's coming up or is there at Viringam in Kerala, then why would you need one at Great Nicobar Island?
Well, okay, there are ports, and the proposed internal container transshipment port in GNI is not really to address only our port requirements. It's to give you an example. The then Bangladesh High Commissioner some time ago came and called on me, and he said that the major export from his country are garments, the garment industry of Bangladesh, and his containerized consignments sail all the way past the end and chain of islands, pass under our nose in GNI, and these are the ones finally destined to North Europe and the North American countries. And instead of turning west, they turn east, transit the entire Malacca Strait, go to Singapore, get transshipped there onto larger container ship, sail all the way back here, again pass under our nose in GNI, and then proceed onwards through Suez to the European countries and North American countries. And he himself said, sir, the moment this comes up, look at the cost and time savings that will accrue to us. And the similar rationale applies to the western ports of Thailand, of Malaysia, northwestern ports of Indonesia. So that is where the relevance of a port has to be seen. It is not, no port is intended to address just one specific need.
And from the strategic point of view, so I'll come to the commercial aspect and I'll come to the strategic aspect. You mentioned that this is like an unsinkable aircraft carrier, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Where these islands are, including the Great Nicobar Island, including INS Bars, what does that mean for the strategic choke points? And in today's day and age, like you mentioned, sir, we don't need to tell anybody the significance of a choke point like the Strait of Hormuz and Bab al-Mandab. Is this as significant, if not more, for us?
Well, I would suggest that it is infinitely more significant, given the fact that the chain of Andaman Nicobar Islands in terms of land area total is bigger than few of the states on the mainland put together. It's a chain of 836 islands, which along the north-south axis is spread for something like 750 kilometers. And therefore the number of ports, the number of airports that you can have on this territory impact on the strategic scenario in a very, very significant manner. Now, apart from all other discussion, one aspect that appears to have been a very recent development is that the Isthmus of Thra canal, which had been talked about for years, very recently a decision has been taken to now build a land bridge across it. So it will, on the Andaman Sea side, there will be one port, and on the Gulf of Thailand side, there will be another port, Rangong and Chumpphok respectively. And that stretches only about 45 kilometers, across which there will be multi-lane train tracks, onto which containerized cargo will be shifted. There will be pipelines for oil, gas and other fuel products. There will be multi-lane highways. There will be a digital highway with fiber optics, etc., etc. And if you extend this is all along the 10th parallel. If you extend it eastwards, South China Sea is just around 300 kilometers. So South China Sea, moment this gets operationalized, is going to be 300 kilometers from you, or the other way around, depending on how you want to look at it. So in totality is the significance of the way it is unfolding in the Andaman Sea that has to be seen.
And when you have an issue in the Himalayas, a challenge in the Himalayas finds a solution at sea, and especially these waters. That's why, is it so significant?
It is, of course, it offers you an alternative, and of course it is finally for the national leadership to decide as to what constitutes a national interest and how